some of what we do and everything like that. So, and we also have applications that we develop in-house. We develop, different applications to not just support, not just support a medium organizations, but also an enterprise organizations. Ranges from different, maybe solution around business, around visitors management, and a lot of them. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Ashen team. I'm really excited to bring them on board because of their part in the learning management system. They have vast knowledge there, and they have done that severally. So they have done that with Jam and the rest. That's why they are on board. So introducing my own team, um, we start with Collins and Samuel and Tabitha. Can you introduce yourself, please? Tabitha is known to you, so I'll just put Collins and Samuel. So you'll be in the
Yeah,
other place.
Tabitha is not to us. Don't introduce
Yeah,
Tabitha.
it's not to you guys, so I'm not putting him there, sir.
Okay.
Collins and Samuel, can you introduce yourself?
All right, good afternoon, everyone.
Afternoon.
Yeah, so my name is Collins Ajonie. I am the co-founder of Govirtualafrica. So what we basically do is set up virtual communication solutions for schools. Yes.
Okay. Okay, sir. Sorry.
Yeah. So basically, what we do is set up virtual communications for schools, businesses, everywhere in between. I am pleased to meet you all, and I'm curious to see how the meeting goes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Samuel, can you just introduce yourself? Yeah.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Samuel Omodadepo. I work with Covenant Technology. And as my boss has introduced, the Covenant Technology, we are partners to Microsoft, and we work along with coming up with different solutions for schools and for every other, any solutions for any organization as needed. Thank you.
Yeah. So I leave it to the coalition to introduce themselves, sir.
Okay. The national coordinator is there. Sir, can you lead us?
Good evening, everybody. Every one of us very appreciative. National coordinator, coalition for citizens and
Okay.
We lost. Maybe
National
help
coordinator.
us to amplify it. We lost some of the
Audio.
yeah.
Okay. I'm even saying maybe Kuna is this. I can't even hear him very well. I think it's the network.
Yeah, it must be
Hello.
the network. Yes, sir, it might be the network. Somebody just help us to
I would like
amplify
to
what
suggest that you might want to save on the network by turning off your video
your
so
video.
that
Yes.
you can have some more bandwidth for you for audio.
Video.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
Yeah,
Let's turn off the video.
you can save on the network.
So when we are doing a less maybe question and answer, we can turn it back on so that we can.
Okay, but can you turn it off? Can you turn it off from your end?
No, you have to do it from your phone.
Okay. I'll just turn it off from my phone.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, please test. Okay, good. So my own name is Comrade Victor Isede, and I am the executive director, program administration and program. We have another executive director on finance and logistics. Then we have several directors, but we have a director. We have two directors. In fact, we have three directors with us here. And I don't know if Dr. Test is Dr. Testley there. Hello. Is Dr. Tessie there? Because I know you have entered. If Dr. Tessie have not entered, we are expecting Dr. Tessie, we are expecting Mr. Patrick.
I'm here.
Okay, you are here. Okay, good. Dr. Tessie, please introduce yourself.
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
I am Dr. Daniel, currently the registrar of a private university by name is Bakom in the Republic of Benin. And I'm serving with the coalition as Director of International Relations.
Okay. Dr. Tessie is our Director of International Relations. Mr. Patrick, I sent the link to him again. I don't know if he has entered, but I think we have to go straight to the matters at hand.
Okay, so I'll go back to the deck where we'll quickly, because of time, quickly talk about why we are here. Generally, we are looking at why do we need to adapt Microsoft Teams as our digital workspace and also using for our communication and collaboration. One thing I want to paint out here is that the perspective you see determine how you allow change to come in. Change is a very constant thing across every phase of our life. And we must understand that you can see this particular image. If I ask across board now, what do they think this guy is doing? Some people might think he's looking to the right. Some might think he's looking to the left. So each person get his own perception, and that perception make him to make a judgment call and a decisions. So this line of approach needs us to have our mind open up and to be able to see that change has come to stay. Why did I say that? The world has changed, and it's very evident in the past 4 months. Uh, Digital transformation that has not happened. It takes some people push and pull. Demoke is there, is a partner, a good partner. They know how long it takes them to drive adoption for big firm. They work with enterprise firm. Sometimes it takes months, sometimes it takes years. But within 4 months, we noticed that there was a change across every sector of the world, including the government. That even now, some government, I read some government in I'm not going to the European side or to the American continent. I'm coming to Africa. Some government actually using Zoom to have meetings, and it shows us how this change has come because of this pandemic. Now, digital transformation has three major pillars. The first pillar is that the cloud, the power of the cloud. Now, cloud is not a myth. Many people think, what is the cloud? The cloud is just different servers and storage in a particular center that is connected via internet, that everybody can now have access to it. It is cheaper because you don't have to invest in infrastructure. So the first pillar of this digital transformation is because we have the cloud. The second thing is data. Now, data is the oil of, in those days when we have the black oil in Africa, the crude oil, we became so rich. Some nation became so rich, like nation like Libya before Gaddafi died. They were so rich that every household was eating out of the depth of this black gold. Then everything just fade off. But now the oil of the world is data. How you mine your data, how you use your data determine the intelligence you get from it. So these are the three major pillars that form what we call the convergence of digital transformation. And that has disrupted, as I said, so many things. In those days, I know when I was growing up, I'm still very young. Sorry, I'm I'm trying to give illustration about the old times. I remember when I was growing up, there's this particular company that I know very well. especially when my father, when we were going back to school, they call it butter shoe. And those days when butter is still butter, those shoes are quality, and when you buy it, it's like a premium. But do you know, because of the destruction that is happening now, some company that have lived 65 years, 70 years, are stripped up to their lifespan of most company now has been stripped to 15 years, showing us that except we turn around, we have a right change of mind, whatever we are doing can either leave the span of life or quickly collapse. Now, let's look at Microsoft Teams. Now, this is just a breakdown of how it's looking like. This one of the channel that showing how you can paste and edit your document. In nutshell, what it means is that I can easily come here, put content here, edit this content, make it available for people that want to use it in the educational sector. Now, let's take a quick dive into it. Let me zoom to the left. Let me see. Let's move here. I hope you can see it. So this is just how the platform of a team is that we are currently using. You have a start chart. You have a navigation guide where you have all the team channel. You have how to organize your teams. Now, Microsoft Team is a collaboration platform. Now, what it means is that it's a solution that allow you to have all your application seated in a particular place. In some time past, what we notice is that whenever we are working, probably you are doing your office, your daily work, you notice you have different applications you open up. You open your Excel, you open your Word, you open everything on your desktop or your laptop, so that every time you need to make a decision or make a change, you launch those apps to make it work. But now convergence of digitalization is telling us that because of time spent launching all these applications, why don't we bring all those applications in one point where we can have collaboration, not just with yourself. You can create a team, and those teams can be segmented according to what your target is. It can be according to project, it can be according to your department. Now, for us here in the education sector, it can be according to the school, the classes that we are operating in, and each of them, we segment them, and those teams are called teams. Then we have what we call the channels. Channels is that you want to subdivide what you do from the top. You can call it channel for English. Channel can be mathematics. Channel can be general studies. Channel can be physics or any other subject that is akin to that class. So you can organize your team. So I will scroll to the left now. Let me also try to, let me go back. Sorry, I want to zoom here too, to zoom to this other plane. So you can see, you can also manage your profile, and you can see from the preview for educational team is divided into two, that the one specifically made for education, where you can also manage your class. You can you can see preview school science teacher. You can have your facility, your staffs having their own team, and you can have each of the class. So that's just a quick layout. Let's look at a class. For example, if I have a classroom and I've created that classroom or that particular level of classes, maybe engineering department of the faculty of education, or probably rather, no, it should be civil engineering department or faculty of engineering. Now, I have such setup. I can have a class team where I have all my components infused to what I am doing in terms of the civil engineering. Now, I will also zoom this to make clarity. Now, here, just as I explained before, a team is when you set up a particular group of people specifically either for a particular project or a particular department or for a specific need. Now, for this example, you can see the need here is a physical science class. Now, under the physical science class, you have the general channel. General channel is where they can actually try to look at general knowledge, things that is common to everybody. Now, under other channels, you can see project team. Probably in that physical science, the teacher actually subdivided the class into 4 different classes where you have project team 1, project team 2, project team 3. And each of these project team form the core of the sub of that physical science. Maybe the assignment differs, and this assignment brought them together. Now, under it, how do they work together? How do they collaborate? Now, I will zoom to the other side that we can have a better view here. Now, you can collaborate by having what we call a class notebook. Now, this is just showing overview. When we go on, when we come to the training, I have to take us to some basic of team, but because of our time constraint, I'm taking you to this part. So we have the class notebook. What is the class notebook used for? The class notebook is used just as each student comes to class with his notebook. This is a digital version where you can have all your class assignment or your class note or class revision put in check, and you can use it. You can also have assignment. Now, this is where the teacher comes in, the student sees the assignment, attend to the assignment. On the other hand, the teacher review the assignment, also grade it, and those grades will be shown. Let me zoom to the right side. Now we have under it also, we have what we call Add tab. Now, what is Add tab? Add tab is like I have an application. Just as I said, Microsoft Teams is just a collaboration platform where we are saying instead of having various silo application launch at the same time, can we have all the application core to my work put in one place? That when I want to do Excel, I just need to click my Excel under that my collaboration environment and make my Excel to work. So this is where you add all this. You can share files. Now, if I'm talking to probably Jumoke on a particular course, I'm part of project team 2, and I tell Jumoke the assignment the lecturer gave us last week is saying that we should go and do a physical examination of Olumo Rock. I have done it virtually, and this is my result. I can easily share it even while we are in different locations. It can come in, we can collaborate together to look at the same document. They call it co-authoring. We can work on the same document at the same time. Now, this saves you time, saves you energy, and irrespective of where your student is, they can collaborate, they can work together, they can have a common bond in order to make things happen. So you can also start a discussion. You can also send message, and all of us are used to WhatsApp. The same chat environment you have on WhatsApp is the same thing you have here, where you can have a one-on-one chat with someone. You can have a group chat. That means more than 2 people, just as we are having now. You can have a team chat, which is more than 3 people coming together, having discussion on a particular subject. Now, the value here is that most of this chat is they call it persistent chat. What is a persistent chat? A chat that is always ongoing, except the admin say, okay, delete it after 3 months or delete it after 6 months. As far as team is concerned, irrespective of the new student I joined that project team, every information, every discussion, every chat that has occurred before you come, you can seize it. So you don't need to start going over a particular subject all over again for each incoming people that come on board. That chat is there. They just view it. They know what you are saying, and they are moving on. So you can schedule meeting, and that's one other thing you can see about Microsoft Team for Education. If I have a meeting or a class that's supposed to run across several months, all I need is to go to my scheduler. The scheduler is the same thing you have on your Outlook. Click on the schedule. When you click on the schedule, you schedule what you want to do, and you put a time lag to it. Once you schedule it, you can put a new meeting, just the same thing I did. You got an invitation by notification, and that notification, when you click it, you can come into the meeting and you can have the conversation. The same thing, scheduling meeting. You can also join a meeting. Now, for example, if you're on Team, if you don't have your Outlook opened, every meeting you have accepted is plugged into your what? Into your channel, your chat channel. So you can see it there. Anytime you want, you can just join the meeting, and Ola, you're already in the meeting and you'll be working with it. This is now on that chat, that type of chat we have. You can have what we call message chat, which is we are commonly used by most of us that use most of the social media. And you can have what we call the video chat, where what we did earlier, that we put up our video and we could see ourselves irrespective of the location we are, showing us that in this digital world, in this COVID-19 period, people can all be in different location, have a common front to achieve what they want to do.
Hello, Mr. Shea. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please. You know, now, what you said, we have already started looking at your group training us.
Okay, sir.
So that one will be taken care of. But
Okay,
I want
good.
us to look at it from this angle so that we have a direction for this meeting within the limited time we have. Let me first of all tell you about our own coalition. We are a coalition of NGOs against to raise the citizens' action against COVID-19.
Okay.
Because we believe COVID-19 has come to change the world, the way you started this presentation. So the only way we can fight COVID-19 is when the citizens take responsibility.
Okay.
But outside the issue of having an elaborate response against the pandemic involved that we must be able to control all segments of the society. For example, we must be able to influence the way people do things from now on, because even the agricultural sector, the health sector, the educational sector, they are all in shambles. So that was why we have come up with a project called Community Advocacy Program. That program, we have a proposal for it. We will send you those documents. We will send you the technical report. The technical report is what the government is thinking of doing today. But we are telling them that we want to deploy 5,000 persons as volunteers to 5 states of the federation. And we have a project. The program is structured. The first one is to deploy 5,000 volunteers. The second one is to set up a local government sensitization forum. That forum will take care of how information are being shared. That is contact tracing, another issue that have to do with the COVID-19 and other related matters. But we are proposing that we are going to have a local government digital hub, which is community digital hub. That is a proposal I sent to Tabitha yesterday, and I believe I told her to send it to you to look at it. And we have submitted our proposal to the PTF, the Presidential Task Force, and anytime from now they'll be calling us for a presentation. But before now, what we wanted, we have a presentation to do with JAM. You know, JAM has already conducted their computer-based tests. Are you with me?
Yes, well, with you, sir.
Good. And now JAM has moved ahead other agencies like WAEC and NECO. But we want to strengthen JAM's capacity. We want a situation where if the student goes to pay for JAM, they will be able to download mathematics visual mathematics, a subject that were treated by teachers, not foreign teachers, local teachers. You know, they will be able to download this information directly. Mathematics, whatever subject they want, whatever subject they are taking, so that they can be able to study at home. Now, you also have this platform. This platform, this is a team platform. We can also pass some of these materials through this team platform. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So we want to give the educational administrators, even the PTF, when we are doing a presentation, one of your team member will be with us. He will be the one to handle that aspect of that presentation. Now, okay, we are looking at setting up this digital structure in the 774 local governments across the country. You understand? Now, what is working for us is that as coalition of civil societies, we already have, as at present, we have over 100 NGOs across the country. We have coordinators across the 36 states. So if you are talking about national spread, we already have that spread. But what we want to leverage on is that's why definitely we must leverage on you as a technical partner. Because we told Tabitha that whatever discussion we're going to be having today is how to have a technical partner structure where we'll continue this meeting. We will also move to having to meet ourselves physically. But because we're going to build a situation room in the National Secretariat. So we've started seeing you to be the person that will help us to get that situation room on ground. That situation room will be connected. It will be designed in such a way that all feed agents can connect straight to the main central system, so that information can, like what you have on team. We don't know if we can have a system. I cannot actually personally design what team is all about, but the little I've seen is awesome. Is fantastic. Is something that we need to push. Is something that need to replace other social media platform, if not possible. So we are ready to go out all way to get this thing done. We are not just banking on the federal government. We are equally trying to design a proposal to the World Bank. So, because we know they did last year, there was a World Bank report on digital economy, Nigerian digital economy. So even the presentation with JAM, we also want to take it to NECO. So I don't know, those areas you've mentioned in the agenda. Yeah, we are interested in those areas.
Okay, so that's why I've moved to discussion. So the first one we wanted to look at is how to digitalize our syllabus, make it available online, which you mentioned, JAM. So I want Jumoke, please, can you come in that area? Let's just start from your depth of knowledge and how we can stir up that particular area.
So I actually wanted to ask a question when I think it's Mr. Solomon, I guess. I think when he was talking, I actually wanted to ask, maybe to allow him to finish. And my question would be around maybe having a more understanding of when you said students should be able to log into the JAMP platform and download exam and all of that, or download courses to study. So first of all, today, what we have with JAMP is this. ASHAM is there are two arms of ASHAM really. There is the academic center. So the academic center we're actually JAM CBT center also. So we also deliver and do JAM exams. I mean
Okay.
when so we do that. Then so the question what I know for today is this JAM in its own way is already digitalized. They do what they do now is computer-based testing. So where the students have to all go to any form of CBT centers, and then it's the exam is centralized in is delivered somehow through, let me say, is delivered online, so to say. But when it comes to you saying that the student will be able to download the course, I need more clarity around that. Because if it is to study, maybe ahead of time for JAMB or for NECO and all of that, there is a solution that will make that yeah, I mean, there is a solution that we also partner with a firm with, and then some schools bought into it, even some local government bought into it, and the bought what that does is that is like we call it exam mates. What it does is very interactive enough that makes the student to be able to learn everything about the maths, the question, and the maybe I'm just giving maths as an example. I pick a question in maths, how it is solved, then it will take me through the particular subject or topic that reference that answer I'm giving, and it's very interactive. And it is not such that because it's voice enabled, so it's not such that probably maybe students will be hearing a foreign voice. They will be hearing a Nigerian voice they can relate with. Is that very interactive? And at the end of the day, you can even have it on your mobile device. You can you can pick any course that is obtainable right now. So I don't I that's why I wanted to understand the part, because apart from job delivering exam, and the student going to check their results, which even now is automated in a way that they get their results. They just go and put a pin or code, and they can see their results. Apart from that, that ends the part of JAM. So talking about where I really need the clarity around there, and I
Well,
also yeah.
let me just say what the one you mentioned now. I think it looks similar to what I'm saying, but the one you're saying, it seems to be audio. You
Okay,
know,
so you want
you know
video.
the one you are saying, the learning experiences. Before an examination is taken, somebody must go through learning experiences,
Yeah.
classroom learning experiences. And if you
Okay.
look at this COVID-19, one of the first thing, one of the first victory it has over us is that it stopped gathering, social
Yeah.
distance. So
Okay.
if there's going to be another lockdown, does it mean our educational system cannot run?
Okay.
There's going to be another lockdown. Does it mean our children will be retarded because they don't have any? Definitely, my son can hold my phone and touch it, and before you know it, he will be doing so. He learns every day. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So
sir.
Yeah.
can we have a visual content? Okay, let me give you an example of what I'm looking at. If, for example, we create a system where a teacher can, on his own, use an HD camera to do a particular subject or three subject or four subject, he sends the raw file to us, we put
Okay.
it together and
All
put it as content. Is that not also okay?
Okay, so I get the picture now. So that's so now that really describe what a learning management system is. So I
Yeah.
was coming to that. This
Yeah.
what you just said now describe what a learning management system is. So a place where you have like a pool of it can be recording, and it can even be online. It can be how will I put it,
Real time,
on demand. It can be
on
on
demand,
demand, and
Online.
on demand,
yes.
and
Online.
So where you have that, so that is possible. There is a learning management solution for that, which can even integrate with teams at the end of the day, where if it means that the teacher itself now says that, okay, even though you've learned all of this, if you have so question, you can connect with me on my team. I mean, you can put a team meeting ID there that all the students can connect to him or to him, and then be able to ask him question in real time, probably maybe on things they don't understand. those can be documented. Yes, that's achievable. That's now with that explanation, I think I'm now on the same page with you.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Okay, so I see Mr. Daniel raising up his hand. I don't know whether he wants to ask another question on that. Say, is it Daniel? Sorry, I don't know whether it's Mr. or say, is it Daniel actually?
Okay, Chelsea Daniel.
You are
Good
raising up your
evening.
hand. Do you want to say something?
Okay. Good evening.
Good
Evening.
evening.
So, at that point, I wanted to ask, what is the strength? What is the strength of this Microsoft Teams can be gathered at once?
And what?
What?
How many persons can be connected? What is the strength of Microsoft Team? How many persons can be gathered at once?
Okay. For Microsoft Team, on a go, you can have, it was 250 before, but they have moved it to 1,000. 1,000 people can be in one particular section on Teams. Now, there are two types of team meetings. There's what we call live meeting. Live meeting in sense that it's not really core interactive. It's just one person broadcasting and every other
Right.
person sending question and answer. That what you saw table in YouTube live. So that one can take over 10,000. But if you want interaction, between 250 and 1,000.
Thank you
So,
very much.
and the beauty, so if I can come in there to buttress what she has just said, the beauty of it is this: you can so structure, and I'm even glad about what I'm here. I mean, let me be honest with you, I have an exam by 5:15, but even my colleagues were telling me, why haven't I gone? I just wanted to hear to the end because I'm actually very excited about the initiative around this. Um, what is the beauty here is that the teacher himself can actually, how will I put it, schedule his classes. So if it is a 1,000 that you can take, and then probably because we all know the same way that you have different schools, probably you have different classes in the school. You can actually do it in such a way that, okay, probably maybe 45 minutes is for this student, and you have a break before you pick another set. So and then so you have different time schedule for the
Mhm.
student, at least to be able to accommodate if you want it to be real time. But ideally, what this kind of interactive session would be ideal for a school, for a teacher session with a student. But when it comes to live meeting, like Sheyi just said, you can only it's not you only get to just post a question. You can't speak, the student can't speak, and then the
Okay.
student can also how will I put it,
Get
they
feedback.
can't they can't it can't be interactive just with voice enabled the way it is. So you get to answer the question. Maybe it is when the teacher, you might have an auxiliary teacher by him that will be assisting to be answering all of those questions. That one allows for more students really. The goal is that it allows up to a 10,000. But the other one, which is what we're doing right now, allows at a point where I'm talking, just like the way you raise your hand, a student can raise his hand, and then you answer the question, and he asks there and there, and then you can actually determine whether the student can you can actually determine whether what you answered the student, he really got it. But for the live meeting, I post an answer to you. I can't determine if the student really understand what I have, whether it sinks in really, So, but for for this kind of meeting, the student can come back and say, "I need more explanation. Can you go over that again?" So that's just the difference I want to
Yeah.
buttress on what she has said.
Okay, let's quickly go because you said you want to go off the deck
No,
before
so
even.
what happened now? I'm going to be leaving. I have TTTC is back on the call,
Okay.
and yeah,
Uh, want to
so
quickly undo the second question. Creation of a school solution for government, especially for the digital literacy for local government across 747 local government. So my question is that now, what are the target audience we are looking at? Is it general schools we want to look at and try to give them a platform to have their normal curriculum addressed, or we are looking at some segment of the society in those local government that can come in for the computer literacy empowerment? So we must be able to have uh, where and the pointer to which we want to go through it. So that's why I asked that question.
So, can I answer the question? I want to answer the question.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, you see, I think we should do it this way.
Okay.
So that we can have the fun, we can have a direction, so that we can be focused on two key points.
Okay.
You were talking about working for JAM. I don't know, because we are going to have a presentation with the JAM. So what new? You've listened to us. What this aspect, the new aspect of it that JAM will adopt, we would like to see it from you. But we have a discussion with them. We want them to support us to get that situation room on ground.
Okay.
So, but on the community digital hub,
yes,
we want the local government to become the hub center for us. That we will discharge the digital solution to across the local government, training of Nigerians, so that when they train them, they will now set up their own hub in the communities.
Communities, okay. Like you have a central hub, you train the major sub of all the local government. They take the story home and go and train the others. Okay. So we target the we call them champions.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Let me finish up. Let me just ask something. The concept we are having there is that if we, the coalition, set up this this structure, we will need 2 persons to man the hub in every local government. That is 774 local government. We give you 1,558, 1,548 persons. Now, if we can deploy this person for 3 months, let's see how we can use that hub to digitalize agriculture, to digitalize telemedicine. For example, the health centers will be connected to that hub. So if a young doctor, maybe an NYC doctor, is having issue, he can connect to that hub. The local government hub feeds the system.
Okay. Thank you. That's just the question I want. I think it's clear with so everybody. So we'll move to the next one.
Okay, so everyone, thank you so much for meeting you. For meeting you all, I'm really grateful. So before she goes on, I would just like to leave the call. Take permission to quickly leave. TT is on the call. James and Veronica will assist with any question. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
So we have already discussed on training of staff for both. Now that is already done. I don't know if there's any general questions that we have not treated.
The training of staff. We are not staff. We are volunteers. So you'll be training a lot of persons, not just we are. First of all, we're going to be training all the 36 state coordinators, the executive directors, and we don't know how you tend to do it. Are you doing it as a corporate social responsibility, so that we will be trained, so that we can be able to set up this structure. These coordinators can set it up in their state, because we tend to have a situation room for every state, and this state will now, from there, will set it up to the local government.
Okay. For the training aspects, maybe I will give you feedback on how we want to go about it with Abita. But generally, the best approach is let's empower you empower the others, so that there will not be too much load on us, especially when it comes to 36 states. But once all the coalition representative and volunteer has the power and the ability to train, then it is easy for you to easily throw that string to the other local sub. So that structure is okay. We just need to look at how we're going to go about in terms of process and accessibility.
What is the time of the training models?
Well, for Microsoft Team, generally it should not be more than a day or 2 days, depending on the scope. A day is ideal. A day is ideal to take you through everything, but to be more effective. Now, the way we approach it is that we do what we call a section where we try to create an environment that mimic what you're about to do. So we call about setting different projects, telling the volunteer, if you are in charge of this project, how do you want to go about it, the setting up, how do you want to create it. So we first discuss about our methodology. We now go and implement it on the trial design. After doing that, so they are already not only practically having the understanding of how to do it, they also have understanding of when they need to set it up in terms of design and architecture.
Okay. Okay.
So I think that is all for now. So the next thing is because of time, the next steps.
Then let us, from our own angle,
Yeah.
we would like to, that community digital hub, we will send you the soft copy, strengthen it, and also when we are going to the PTF presentation, we would like somebody who can stand to present that aspect.
Okay.
We will send you the technical report, the proposal, the community advocacy program, and the technical report, so that you will see what we are looking at. How we can use digital experience to aid data collection and also those in the field. We intend to have a volunteer training guide. So maybe this team training will also be part of the training
guide
content. So and again, the JAM, I don't know if Jumoke really, she said they actually work with JAM. I don't know whether
that's why I invited them. They work, they are LMS, they actually they provide learning management system. I think they have something going on with JAM, but I don't know the scope. But
No,
with the
okay.
understanding,
Can I come in there, Sheyi, so I can clarify? Can I come in there? Okay, so we are a JAM CBT center. And then as being a JAM CBT center, we have a software, we have like a software that prepares people to take JAM. It is called ExamMate. We have JAM past questions where they study in preparation of JAM. And then we also have an LMS solution, which is totally different from JAM. You can learn different things, computer.
The question I'm asking is, what the content I was sharing with you now, is it doable with JAM?
Yes, it's doable. It's very doable, just for us to work.
You don't do it. You are not doing it presently.
No, we are not.
Okay,
remember she said that we can always link it together with JAM. It's an LMS solution you want. Yes, that is very possible. We already have an LMS solution. Based on what you want, the content you want, we would have that and then integrate it with JAM. It's very doable.
Okay. This meeting was recorded. I saw it. I will get our own copy of the meeting.
No, I will share it with Tabitha, then or I will share it also on my YouTube channel, so that you don't need to be downloading it to your system. You just go to YouTube and watch it.
Okay.
I'll send the link to Tabitha so that we can always refer to what we said and we can know where we are in terms of tracking our progress.
That's very good.
Okay, so I don't know. Isn't the YouTube channel a general channel? Is it a private channel?
No, the one I'm going to do is my own channel. I'll just give you the link, my own private channel, just to use as a storage. I've not created, except if you want to create one for the coalition. where we want
You know
all our
what we do?
discussion and we,
You have to create
yes,
one for the coalition because you know we are reporting back. We are leaders, and we will, because our followers are aware that we are about to. We are, in fact, we are holding this meeting with you. So we would like to have the transcript of this meeting.
okay. I'll discuss that with Tabitha too. Then we know how to go about that.
Can we? The last question.
Okay, sir.
The last question. Based on what you have had concerning taking this digital, that is a 365 or team to the community, across the
Yes.
community, can we have direct relationship with Microsoft? We are civil society, and it's
Yes.
important. You are our technical partner, so we would like to,
Yes.
if you can do that for us, let's see
Yes.
how we can. Hello?
Yes. It's possible. Yes. It's something we can do. We have to get them involved in this movement so that they can. We're already working on it. Me and Jumoke have already discussed on that how we are going to involve Microsoft. But be rest assured, Hashem is a good partner for Microsoft. So Microsoft is already involved from the private perspective. So we just need to bring the Microsoft body to join with Jumoke team to make it run.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you very much. We will continue this meeting. We will
Okay.
continue this. We will see how we can come to your office physically to meet with you.
Okay.
And how we can advance. We don't, but with this discussion, we cannot fix the meeting with JAM.
Okay.
So that Mr. Patrick was supposed to join us. So we'll fix. He's our director of communication.
Okay.
So,
I'm here.
okay,
Okay.
Mr. Patrick, Mr. Patrick,
Yeah.
what you say?
Yeah, I've listened to all the discussions, and I think it's very true. And I think it would be lovely to have a working partnership with Microsoft to see how we can actualize all these big dreams.
Okay.
Thank you, the technical team. Thank you, the Microsoft team. We have been trying to see how we can really meet with JAM. You know, the lockdown thing is not easy, but we know we'll get there. And as the executive director has said, we are progressing. Anyway.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Say.
Okay, sir. So part of the next step, are we going to have another meeting on the progress of what we have now? Because
we are having a meeting. We must have meetings, several meetings. In fact, brief meetings should continue weekly. If I will come to see you so that we can, because why we see the community digital hub, we will send it to you, strengthen it. Strengthen it so that we can send it to, because it's not only the federal government that we are interacting with. We are also going to be engaging with other stakeholders.
Okay.
So yes, so we want to send our proposals to there are agencies we have started discussing with already.
Okay.
So we tend to continue the engagement. So you are already our technical partner. We will see how we can solidify that area with proper documentation.
Okay. Do you have any link with UNICEF? Are you in Abuja?
Yeah, we are in Abuja.
Okay. If you have a link with UNICEF, they have this kind of vision, and since they might have some funding, they have this kind of vision about this digital community digitalization. They have something in there. They have spoken to us before. So I don't know whether if you have a link with them, you can just try to talk to them as one of your agencies too.
Mr. Che, we will leverage on your link. We will set the
Hello. Hello.
Let's leave your link.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Yeah,
Yes,
what kind of link are you referring to?
No. I'm saying that if you have, you are talking to agency, that you can also approach UNICEF with your idea. It's something I know we have discussed sometimes last I think last year with us on this before the pandemic about this direction of trying to have a digital hub in community to reach
Okay.
especially those people that are not really privileged to have facility that you are trying to deploy.
Okay, we will work with the executive director, and we'll, maybe our next meeting we'll be able to say something about that. We have some relationship with UNICEF.
Okay.
We will strengthen Victor of them.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Thank you very much.
just a recap of in summary of what we looked at. We dive into why we need team. Then we looked at some discussion was some issue was highlighted from the coalition side. What is the vision and the aim of the coalition? We saw it in 3 points. One, trying to utilize the community, empowering them. Also, how we are going to train all the volunteers across the soft sector of Nigeria from 36 states, and how to create 749 ops across the local government. We also looked at how to enhance in terms of what JAM offering already have now, having another content drive through video and visual to make it easy for the student to be able to learn and write exam. We also there's a request for how we're going to leverage on bringing Microsoft on board. Secondly, we also look at how Ashen can work in terms of making the your vision of LMS to be achievable in time of collaboration. Then thirdly, how I can look at the content of the digital literacy hub to strengthen it, and that you requested that we can be available whenever you want to make the presentation. Okay,
Thank
I
you very
think
much. Thank you
we
very
can.
much. Yeah, that's a good summary of what we discussed.
Okay, sir.
We would
So
like to ask.
because it's recorded, so we can go, and I'll stop the recording now so that we not have content that is not. So I'm stopping the recording now.